this is.
That opposition, Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States.
I love Marvel. I love Marvel. I love Marvel. I even got the Funko Pops. I get the merch. I love to consume product. At the time of recording this, I just finished watching the new Marvel movie, Captain America: Brave New World, and oh my God, where do I even begin with this film? It is one of the most meh movies I have ever seen. Look, I know that Marvel is les slop, is a common sentiment people share, but this really is the most slop Marvel film that I've seen. The cinematography, the score, the acting, it is all just so 5 out of 10. It's like no one cared when putting this film together. It was just a paycheck. They show up, got their money, and then left. I know that's how movies are lately, and I know I'm part of the problem. You know, I went to go see the movie, so who am I to talk? But one, I produce content, so I do at least have one good reason to watch it. And two, I remember liking Marvel movies. About 10 years ago when the Avengers was becoming a thing, it was fun. And I love the Spider-Man films. Well, okay, maybe not love, but they're at least fun. So part of me really wanted to just see how bad it's gotten. And oh yeah, it's gotten pretty bad. Like, I know the Captain Marvel movie is really bad, but there's a difference between being so bad you hate it and just so bored you despise it. The first thing about this movie is Harrison Ford's character is obviously supposed to be Donald Trump. I love it when Marvel tells me what my politics should be, but it's really funny when you watch it thinking, you know, they probably expected Kamala to have won. At the end of the film, President Ross is in prison and Sam tells him, "Man, I'm so glad you admitted you were wrong and accepted your punishment. Unlike that fascist Nazi dictator Donald Dump." This movie isn't even really a Captain America movie. It's a sequel to Marvel's 2008 The Incredible Hulk. So if it's been, 17 years since you've seen it, you might not follow along all that well, or you might forget who characters are from where. The movie has an awkward pace too. It just keeps going and going, but every scene is just full of boring characters barely acting. And then on the other hand, the few times we do get some good scenes and some good acting, it's ruined by cringe Reddit Marvel-ass dialogue. There's a scene between Bucky and Sam. Sam's protege, the new Falcon, just got shot out of the sky and is in critical condition. He might die. Sam is wondering if he really does have what it takes to be the new Captain America, thinking, can I actually hold that mantle? And then Bucky goes out of his way to console him, to tell him that Captain America means something to the people and that he can do it. It's almost a good scene, but at the end of it, Bucky says some dumb shit about, "Oh, I was told to say that line. Oh, ha ha ha, it was pretty corny, wasn't it? I guess my delivery wasn't all that good. That didn't really sound like me." And it's so fucking funny. I'm so fucking glad that they made this hilarious joke to relieve the tension as this guy is, having surgery done on him. It is one of the most whatever and bland films, but the few good things that could have been great are ruined. Even the action scenes feel lifeless, and the last fight scene between Ross and Sam, it just looks like shit. They must have screwed up something in the VFX department, or they just didn't have enough time to fully render out the scenes, but there are so many times where Sam just looks like he is standing on a blue screen set. I've messed around with green screen images so I can kind of tell when things are popping out when they shouldn't be, and I could tell. He just sticks out way too much and it ends up looking horrible and lazy. Another dumb aspect of this movie is how the character of Ruth is entirely pointless. It's obvious they wanted to have another Black Widow character, but oh no, they killed her off. So here's your diet shittier version of Black Widow. There is nothing she does in this movie that could not have been done by someone else. Any phone call she made to the president, whatever. She was trying to do some spy espionage stuff at the exact same time the main characters were doing it. You could just cut those scenes out entirely. Her only action scene has her toss around 6'4" military dudes, but whatever, she's a super soldier. The problem is that we just saw Sam and Danny beat up another group of guys seconds ago. So it's not too hard to believe that they could probably have taken them out just fine. They could have escaped on their own. She is just the most pointless character in this entire film. Overall, this film is just pointless. It even tries to tease the multiverse at the end. Like, the main villain is a guy from The Incredible Hulk 2008. He's all super smart. Oh, he can calculate probabilities and shit. And he's talking all ominously about, oh, I've calculated the probabilities. I can see it. They're coming. They're coming. I know that this movie should not have put me on tilt as much as it has, but it did. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 49% audience score, so I'm not the only one who thinks that it's bad. If anything, 49%, it's too high. Marvel has gotten away with the excuse of, oh, it's not that bad, it's just a 6 out of 10 movie, overall it's harmless. You know what? Fuck that. We have been too nice for too long. Marvel movies, you know what? They suck ass. They're just bad. They're lazy, and Captain America Brave New World is their laziest movie so far. If you were hoping for a more in-depth review, start to finish, I am sorry. I just saw it today, and in all honesty, I don't feel like doing a full comprehensive review, so you're just gonna have to stick with this relatively shorter video. I needed an excuse to pump out some quick content, and guess what? This worked out just fine. So, you know what, those are my thoughts on Captain America Brave New World. If you genuinely care, type a comment, like the video, all that good stuff, whatever. I gotta go work on something else more important. Thank you for listening.